saṁsāra-mūlaṁ saṁskārān avidvān saṁskarotyataḥ avidvān kārakas tasmān vidvāṁs tattva-darśanāt.
Saṁsāra-mūlaṁ saṁskārān avidvān saṁskaroty avidvān kārakas tasmān vidvāṁs tattva-darśanāt. This verse 9 of MMK is incredibly important in my estimation. Verse 9 and 10. Since I first memorized them 3 or 4 years ago, I've been thinking about them every day, really, in connection with sitting meditation and what they mean in terms of Alexander's teaching of non-doing. I wouldn't be surprised if the next person who really makes a difference in terms of clarifying the Buddha's teaching does it using these 2 verses. I don't think it'll necessarily be me, but if I can help that person on the way, that would be something. So here goes. Saṁsāra-mūlaṁ means the root of samsara. Mūlaṁ means root, singular. Samsara, samsara is opposed to nirvana, and except that in Nagarjuna's teaching there is no distinction between samsara and nirvana. Nirvana is samsara without the attachment. That's explained in the previous chapter, which is titled Nirvana Pariksha, exploration of nirvana. But if we go back and think about what's said in verse 1, which this verse echoes, punarbhavaya saṁskārān, he talks about the saṁskāras which lead to further becoming, and by doing those saṁskāras with body, mouth and mind, we visit a realm, for example hell. So saṁsāra-mūlaṁ saṁskārān, the saṁskāras are the root cause. Doing the saṁskāras is the root cause, for example, of visiting hell, which is one of the realms in samsara. So saṁsāra-mūlaṁ saṁskārān, that saṁskārān is accusative plural. The saṁskāras, which are the root of samsara, avidvān is from the root vid. Avidvān is nominative singular masculine. It's from the root vid, which means to know or to find. In MMK, you often come across the words navidyate, which means is not found. Could equally be translated there is not. But literally, navidyate is passive of vid. It's not found. So vidvān, with the possessive suffix vat, which in nominative singular becomes vān, vidvān means one who knows, a wise one, literally one who knows. And avidvān means one who doesn't know, an ignorant one. It's the same as in avidya, the first in the 12 links is ignorance, not knowing. So avidvān, the ignorant one, saṁskaroty. So saṁskaroty is from the verb kri, to do. Karoti means he does. And saṁskaroty is from samskri, which means to do or to act, with the prefix sam in front. And sam suggests, well, it corresponds to the Latin com, together. So saṁskaroty is well translated as construct or confect. So Saṁskri is the root of the verb saṁskārāty, but it's also the root of the noun, the all-important noun for us to understand, which is saṁskāra. So saṁskārān, plural, could be translated confections. So we could say the confections, which are the root of samsara, thus does the ignorant one confect. And that fits quite well. But from some years ago, I've been attached to the idea of translating saṁskāras as doings, which I've tested out with various experts in the field, shall we say, and have met a resounding thumbs down because it's not a conventional translation of saṁskāras. But to me, it makes a lot of sense. So the last word in the line, saṁsāra-mūlaṁ, saṁskārān, avidvān, saṁskaroty, ataḥ. Ataḥ means on these grounds, in this way, thus. Taḥ is an ablative suffix, so it means from this, in this way, on those grounds. So if we use as a translation of it's nice if you've got the verb and the noun translated the same in English. So a good candidate would be confections. The confections, which the root of samsara, thus does the ignorant one confect. And that translation more emphasizes the doing with the mind, because it's with the mind that we confect saṁskāras, in the sense that saṁskāras are things, non-empty things that we conceive with the mind. And psychologically, you know, that is the important root of going to hell or visiting different realms in samsara. But you've also got physical and mental doings. Okay, maybe confections fits quite well for vocal doings, you know, stuff that we say that's unenlightened. But if you think of violent behaviour, especially instinctive reactions, you know, I think a few weeks ago I was busily absorbed in mixing a compost heap, and my French neighbour approached me from behind, and the strength of my reaction almost shocked me, because I could easily have strangled her. You know, so that was the doing of a samskara. If I had strangled her, that would have been the doing of the samskara, and it wouldn't have been a question of I confected my neighbour's existence as a thing. It would have been more a physical, violent, instinctive response. So that's one reason where confecting confections is a bit weak for that kind of situation. What it would have been, what my reaction was a physical doing. It was, the heart was racing, the blood was pumping. We're talking about a physiological phenomenon more than a psychological one. And also, I've been guided on the way to understanding whatever understanding I've got of emptiness. I've been guided by, especially, the teaching of Marjorie Barlow, who was the niece of F.M. Alexander. And the centre of Alexander's teaching and Marjorie's teaching is non-doing. So the aim is to stop doing so that the right thing might do itself. And I can't read this verse without relating it to that teaching. So although it may be a manifestation of my ignorant attachment, I think in the end I'm going to go with doings rather than confections. So, saṁsāra-mūlaṁ saṁskārān, avidvān saṁskaroty ataḥ. The doings, saṁskāras, which are the root of samsara, thus does the ignorant one do. Avidvān kārakas tasmān na vidvāṁs tattva-darśanāt. Avidvān, the ignorant one, kārakas. Kārakas means the doer. So again, it's saṁskāraka would be consistent with the previous line, but there's no sam here. But kārakas means the doer, the agent, but the doer fits. So avidvān kārakas tasmān or tasmāt. Tasmāt means from that, but here it means therefore, from that reason, on those grounds. Avidvān kārakas tasmān, the ignorant one therefore is the doer. Na vidvāṁs tattva-darśanāt. Na vidvāṁs means not the one who knows, not the wise one. So the ignorant one is the doer, the wise one is not. Why not? Tattva-darśanāt. So tattva, tat means that and tva means ness, so thatness, literally tattva, but it means reality. Excuse me. And darshana means seeing. A noun with na on the end is generally an ing word. So darshana means seeing, but it can also mean a view. It can mean meeting, like, you know, in the 60s when the Beatles went off in their hippie phase to have darshan with their guru. That darshana means a meeting, seeing each other. So darshanāt on the face of it means, because art is an ablative suffix, through. So it's through seeing reality. So the wise one is not the doer, through seeing reality. But the problem with that is it conjures the idea of the agent, the subject, the wise one, seeing reality. So it's subject, object, verb, subject, verb, object. Wise one sees reality. But in the world of non-doing, we're encouraged in Zen terms to see things more in terms of the body and mind of the subject dropping off. So something's happening, but it's not a question of subject doing an object. So the way I prefer to translate this is through realization of reality. So it's not, the emphasis is more on reality. And this corresponds to the experience I've had plenty of times in France, where I'm aided by the forest. You know, here I'm in my wife's bedroom at our house in Norwich, but where I've done most of my practice these last couple of years has been by the forest in France. And so I've done my practice, but the sense I get when things are going well is it's really the forest that's doing the practice. It's like when I grow vegetables and reflect on that, my part in the process is a very small one. You know, so I grow tomatoes. When you actually reflect on it, the growth is my part in the process is infinitesimally small, really, just putting the seeds in at the right time and giving it some water every day. It's nature which does the work. So in that spirit, tattva-darśanāt, the wise one is not the doer, thanks to realization of reality. So tattva-darśanāt could equally mean through reality's seeing, through reality's realization. I hope that makes it clear why it might not be the most elegant translation, but there's some thought behind it.
saṁsāra-mūlaṁ saṁskārān avidvān saṁskarotyataḥ.
Saṁsāra-mūlaṁ saṁskārān avidvān saṁskaroty ataḥ. The doings which are the root of samsara, thus does the ignorant one do.
Vidvān kārakas tasmān vidvāṁs tattva-darśanāt.
Avidvān kārakas tasmān vidvāṁs tattva-darśanāt.